Nearly half of employees hide their AI use, according to a study. AI bots may be killing the internet? And if Microsoft's update didn't kill SSDs, what did? Finally, Meta may be quietly scanning all your pictures, even the ones you didn't share with it. Welcome to #Trending. I'm your host, Jim Love. Let's get into it. Nearly half of employees, 48%, said they hide their use of artificial intelligence at work to avoid judgment, according to the 2025 AI in the Workplace survey by WalkMe, an SAP company. The research highlights a growing cultural and training gap around AI adoption and what some are calling AI shame. The survey found that 62% of workers admitted to using AI, but passing the results off as their own. Executives and Gen Z employees were among the most likely groups to bring AI into their daily work, but they were also among the least supported by formal training or company guidance. Gen Z in particular showed contradictory attitudes. While the group reports some of the highest adoption rates, many also display resistance and discomfort. Over half, 55%, said they had pretended to understand AI in meetings, and 65% reported that using AI actually slowed them down compared to manual work. Other findings point to broader challenges. Although 80% of respondents say AI has the potential to improve productivity, 59% reported that it actually takes longer to use than doing tasks manually. Anxiety levels were also high, particularly among younger workers, with many saying they felt increased pressure to produce more once AI tools were introduced. Across all groups, nearly 90% said they wanted more training to feel confident using AI at work. But according to that same report, only 7.5% receive any in-depth training. Cloudflare says about 30% of global web traffic now comes from bots. That's not news. For some time now, bot traffic has been growing on the internet. In fact, many think that Cloudflare's estimate is quite conservative and is just the number of bots they can precisely identify. Other sources like Statista and Imperva report that bot traffic could be as much as 50%. All of them agree that in many cases, bots outnumber humans. But a new report from Fastly's Q2 2025 Threat Insights shows that an increasing number of these bots are coming from AI systems for training and for search. And of that, AI crawlers for training AI account for nearly 80% of AI bot traffic. Meta's bots were generating 52% of crawler activity, ahead of Google, which was 23%, and OpenAI at 20%. When it comes to real-time fetcher requests, the ones that pull page content to answer user prompts, OpenAI accounts for about 98% of the traffic. Now, a lot of people are calling these AI crawlers strip miners because they make tens of thousands of requests for information for every one actual referral back to a source publisher. In other words, they use a lot of resources, but return very little user traffic or value in return. For the most popular sites, particularly those that contain a great deal of factual information, this can be a virtual assault on the systems, forcing them to upgrade in order to keep their site's performance at an acceptable level. It's well known in website design that users will abandon a site if it takes more than 3 seconds to load, with the numbers of abandonments increasing rapidly with every second of delay. As a result, some sites are trying to find strategies to keep the bots from scraping their sites. They routinely ignore robots.txt and other directives, resulting in the need for new ways to block access. You can see some of these as you browse the internet. They range from simply blocking what might be traffic to paywalls, requirements to sign in before reading, and other strategies, all of which creates friction and reduces the user experience. Cloudflare has rolled out permission-based controls, including pay-per-crawl options to let sites block AI bots by default, or charge for access. But no matter what barriers sites put up, these AI bots get better and better at defeating them. So for the near future, look for an increasing arms race in the newest area of conflict between publishers and AI firms. Recently, a number of news sites and podcasts, including ours, reported that a recent Microsoft update had caused issues including lost data and even the failure of SSD drives. Microsoft is now stating that they've conducted an internal review and found no link between their August Windows 11 update and these SSD failures. Their telemetry data didn't identify any increase in disk failures or corruption rates, despite online reports suggesting otherwise. The biggest SSD controller maker, Phison, reached a similar conclusion. The company conducted an exhaustive investigation, logging more than 4,500 hours of testing and over 2,200 test cycles across a wide range of drives. In these tests, engineers were unable to reproduce the failures and noted no problems reported by their OEM partners or customers. Phison also confirmed that a document circulating online listings of affected models was fabricated. That leaves the reports themselves. Users claimed drives disappeared under heavy workloads, particularly when writing or extracting large files or nearly full SSDs. In some cases, drives would reappear after a reboot, while in others they were permanently bricked. Failures were noted across different brands and controller types, suggesting no single vendor or update is responsible. So the result is now officially a mystery. Both Microsoft and Phison have cleared their technology according to their testing, yet scattered user accounts still persist. So it's possible the cause may lie in edge cases of firmware bugs, coincidental hardware failures, or stress conditions on older drives. Until more evidence emerges, experts are recommending caution with large write loads, keeping firmware and operating systems current, and of course, maintaining regular backups. Meta has introduced a feature in the Facebook mobile app that it claims can personalize your experience using pictures from your camera roll. And while they don't explicitly say they're doing it, reports have emerged that Meta might be doing this by scanning your phone's camera roll, including photos you've never posted, to generate albums, collages, or story recaps. Meta says the tool is designed to personalize your experience, but surprisingly, many users, including yours truly, report they've never enabled it, which raises some concerns about transparency and consent. The option we're talking about appears under Camera Roll Sharing Suggestions in the Facebook app setting with two toggles, one for custom sharing suggestions from your camera roll and another for Get Camera Roll Suggestions while you're browsing Facebook. Apparently, if either toggle is active, it would appear that Meta can analyze your photos, dates, and metadata to surface content. Importantly, this is only controlled on your phone. It's not available from the desktop site. Meta insists that the feature isn't used for advertising, but critics point out that scanning private photos without clear opt-in is already crossing the line between convenience and surveillance. And users, once again, including yours truly, have reported that this is automatically switched on, or at least they never remember activating it. In my particular case, I'm not really a Facebook person. I know I didn't activate this. So if you want to turn it off, open the Facebook app on your phone, go to Settings and Privacy, Settings, Camera Roll Suggestions, and toggle off both options. It took me a bit of time to figure out. I confess that I'm not much of a Facebook guy, but I found a short YouTube tutorial, and I'll post that in the show notes. You can find them at technewsday.com or .ca under podcasts. And that's our show. Word is getting out about our podcast. Thanks for your support. Please keep it up. Share it with people, post reviews. All this helps. And we'd love to hear from you on ways we can make the show better or more relevant. In particular, we did a longer show this weekend that walked through a lot of new developments in AI software. Let us know if this type of show is of interest or what you want to see more or less of. And in this day after Labor Day, which is really the start of back to school and the working year, welcome back. I'm your host, Jim Love, wishing you a terrific Tuesday.